Before the world had kings, before men built their empires, there were titans, and among them, one ruled with fear. Kronos, lord of time. He had been warned by prophecy that one of his children would rise against him. So each time his wife, Rhea, gave birth, he swallowed the child whole, one by one, to escape his fate. Poseidon, Hades, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Algon, swallowed by their own father. But destiny cannot be eaten. When Rhea carried her last child, she could not bear another loss. So, in the dead of night, she fled high into the mountains of Crete. She gave birth in secret, surrounded by nymphs, hidden from the eyes of the Titans. There, under the sound of thunder, a new god was born. His name was Zeus. Rhea wrapped the child in linen, kissed his forehead, and handed him to the nymphs to raise in silence. Then she took a stone, wrapped it in cloth, and gave it to Kronos. Blinded by arrogance, the Titan swallowed it whole, never realizing the child that would one day bring his fall still lived. Years passed. In the caves of Crete, the young god grew strong. He learned to move with the wind and speak to the storms. He grew not in comfort, but in silence, and in that silence, power was born. The nymphs told him stories of his siblings, swallowed, trapped in darkness inside his father's stomach. And with each story, his heart hardened. He swore that no god, no mother, no brother would live in fear again. When he came of age, he left the mountain and descended into the world his father ruled. He carried only one thing, the promise of revenge. Guided by the wisdom of Gaia, the earth herself, Zeus found a way to free his siblings. He tricked Kronos into drinking a potion that made him vomit up everything he had devoured. And from the darkness came the gods, full-grown and furious. Poseidon rose from the sea, Hades from the underworld. Hera, Demeter, and Hestia followed, free at last. Then they turned their eyes toward the heavens, and together they swore war against the Titans. The sky split with thunder, mountains trembled, the world shook beneath the clash of immortals. For 10 years, gods and Titans fought for the crown of creation, and at the center of it all stood Zeus, the child his father tried to erase, now leading the war that would end an age. When the dust finally settled, the Titans had fallen. Their bodies were buried deep within the pit of Tartarus, and from the ashes of that war, a new era began. Zeus took the throne of Olympus. Lightning became his voice. The sky became his kingdom. But even victory has a price. In the silence after war, the young god began to feel the weight of what he had built, and deep in his heart, he wondered if the child who overthrew his father had now become the same kind of king. Power, he would soon learn, does not end the cycle of fear. It only changes who stands at the top of it, because the same hunger that drives a son to challenge his father is the same hunger that tempts the father to hold the throne forever. And so the story of Zeus begins, not as a tale of triumph, but as a warning. Even gods cannot escape the echoes of their own blood. The age of gods has only begun. Subscribe to Pantheon and witness the rise of Olympus.